Oh man, I've been struggling making this video. It's been so long since I've done a commentary that I'm so rusty. So rusty talking into the mic. I'm gonna try my best, but this is like my fifth take now. Oh god, dude. Wish me luck, wish me luck. Anyways, it's been 2 years, guys. 2 whole years since I've made any WoW video on this YouTube channel. It's been almost a whole year since I've uploaded anything at all. So honestly, I think my channel is a definition of dead. It's been so long. And I don't know how many people are even going to see this video. I don't know how many of my subs are even active accounts anymore. But I have to make this video because I've been playing Classic WoW since launch. It's been a little over a month since it has come out now. So, I've had some time to really dive deep into it and really fully experience what the game has to offer. And I've been live streaming it a lot as well on twitch.tv/Hansol. And very frequently I get asked the same question. What do you think about Classic WoW, Hansol? Is it fun? Would you recommend it to me as a newcomer or even like an ex-WoW player? And I feel like I'm just repeating myself at this point, answering the same question over and over. So I promised you guys that I'd make a separate video just going more in depth on my experiences so far in Classic. And also I wanted to compare it to the later expansions that I did play. Because if you guys don't know already, I started playing early to mid Wrath, so I kind of got a little bit late into the game, and I actually didn't even start really no-lifing it until Cataclysm and Mist of Pandaria. So even like in Wrath, everything was so new to me. It was very overwhelming. I was like the biggest noob. And I know Wrath was like the last expansion that actually had hints of Classic in it. After Cataclysm came, everything changed. Like the talent system, the world, everything. So, this is my first time really diving into Classic and really, really experiencing it. So, I wanted to make this review video coming from an ex-rank 1 PvPer from Retail WoW. Anyways, I just kind of wanted to get started with the leveling and just the feel of Classic overall, because for me, normally, dude, I freaking hate leveling. I mainly just play WoW for the arenas. Like for me, WoW as a game was mostly like a arena queue game. So like I'd log in, I'd run around Orgrimmar or like Dalaran, whatever, and I'd just queue up for arenas and then wait for the queue to pop and join game, play the arena match out, win points, lose points, whatever, and then queue up again. Like it didn't really feel like an MMORPG to me because I didn't PvE that much. It was more like League of Legends even. I'm just queuing up matches, right? And I just PvP. That was like all I cared about. So going into Classic, it was definitely like a whole different experience. It's such a slow burn, Classic WoW. That's literally, if I had to define it, it's just a slow burn. And that could be either a really good thing or a really bad thing depending on the type of person you are. I know so many people are enjoying it, but a lot of people also don't like it because it just takes forever to get stuff done. But for me, because it takes so long to level up, to gear up, even things like travel, it just takes forever that when you actually get stuff done, it feels so rewarding. Like the little things, man, just getting a little upgrade, like a new staff or a new wand or a new piece of gear. It just feels like you really accomplished something. Or even just finishing a dungeon or finishing a quest chain. There's just this sense of accomplishment that I never really got while leveling in Retail WoW in the more recent expansions. And I think that's what keeps bringing me back, is that feeling of accomplishment. Because you're not just fed at anything at all, you actually have to work your ass off just to get the little things done. And it's actually challenging too, even though it's an old game and everyone knows how to do everything. Your character's weak, man. When you're leveling up, you're just like a mere mortal. Depends obviously what class you play, especially as a warrior, it's very hard, I heard, but luckily I'm a mage, so it's not that bad. But even just like mana management, in Retail, you never run out of mana. The only time that you actually run out of mana is like when you're using Spell Steal. When you spam Spell Steal like 5 times, you go But aside from that, you will never lose mana from your regular abilities. So in Classic, your mana bar is actually a mana bar, whereas in Retail, your mana bar is just your Spell Steal charges pretty much. It's actually funny. So managing your mana during combat, using things like rank 1 Frostbolt, rank 1 Polymorph, rank 1 Frost Nova, just using different ranks of spells to micromanage and reserve your mana. It's stuff like that. It's just really fun. It's something that I never really had to do before. And it just brings a lot of complexity into the game, even though it's such a simple game at its core. Obviously, there's less quality of life aspects to the game, so you can't just like queue up a dungeon. You actually have to run to the dungeon. Every single person has to run there unless you have a warlock. So when you finally get there and you finish the dungeon and you get upgrades, there's something about it when you actually have to put in the time. There's something special about it, man. Another thing is like exploring the world. Like obviously you're gonna be like, oh, Hansol, it's the same world. You've seen this world a million times. Like you've flown over these lands and you've been there. Like it's nothing new, and that's true, right? That's true. But re-exploring zones again has been beautiful, man. Like I actually forgot how some of these zones look, because after Cataclysm a lot of things got destroyed and a lot of things changed. So re-exploring like the original zones is awesome. And not only that, but because I'm so weak, like the world actually feels alive and it actually feels dangerous. You can't just go into a cave and solo everything in a second. You can't, if you see an elite mob out in the world, you might need some help. You can't just do that alone. Or if you're on a PvP server, you could randomly just get ganked. It's like the world feels alive and dangerous, and because of that you feel more immersed into the game. And then as you're leveling up and getting stronger and unlocking more abilities one at a time, it's so addicting, dude. It actually feels like an MMORPG again, whereas retail WoW kind of lost that feeling. But yeah, as a mage, leveling was really fun. I did a good balance of questing, AoE grinding, and then dungeons. I know like nowadays it's kind of hard to AoE grind because it's so contested. There's so much competition because every mage is trying to AoE grind. But for me, I played a lot since launch, so I was kind of ahead of the masses, I guess. So I got the opportunity to do quite a bit of AoE grinding. And AoE grinding is fun too, man. It's actually really challenging. One little mistake or one little resist on a mob will just fuck you over. You actually have to manage your mana once again with your blizzards and your Kona colds and stuff. And then, mana gems. Yeah, I don't remember the last time I made a mana gem. When was that? Like MOP, like 5 years ago. There's all these little things. Even wanding, like when you're out of mana or you want to conserve your mana, you can use your wand. There's like quite a bit of decision making involved, I guess, with the combat, even though it's so simple. And I love that. It's so fun, and you really just get into it. Like I don't know what I would do without a wand, man. Like I never thought a wand would be that important, but in Classic, as a caster, it just helps so much. So just little things like that. I know it's not like anything major, but so many little things and subtleties about Classic WoW just add up and just has this charm to it. And since I was talking about the challenge of the game, I want to go into the more social aspects of Classic WoW. Because of how slow-paced and challenging, or even you could say just weaker, because your character is weaker and it's such a slow-paced game, you're gonna tend to meet a lot of people along the way. It's just the nature of the game, you're just you'll be doing this quest, and then organically you'll just meet someone, and then you'll help each other out because you kind of need to help each other out. Maybe toss some buffs to each other here and there, and then maybe like the next day you might see that same person again in a different zone and you might recognize them, and it's just cool. Little things like that don't happen in retail because everything's cross server, right? You queue up looking for group, you queue up a dungeon, you play with 4 other people, clear the dungeon, you'll probably never see them again. But in Classic WoW, like everything's realm locked, so you're constantly seeing the same people, and then you're making a lot of friendships, even rivalries. Not only that, another thing is people always ask like, why are people so nice in Classic WoW? Like, so far for me at least, my experiences with other people in Classic WoW has been very pleasant. Aside for this one time someone was a big dick, but for the most part, like everyone's been super nice. And I kind of thought about that the other day. Why is everyone very nice? And I actually think it's because in Classic WoW, like you need people. You can't do anything alone. People want mages to make a mage food. You might need a rogue to pick lock something for you. As for professions, you might need to want to get an enchant from somebody. Also, like keys. Someone might have a key to enter a dungeon and you don't have it. You actually like need other human beings to clear content and progress in the game. And because you need other people, you kind of tend to be nicer to them. You know, you're not gonna be mean and miss out that opportunity with someone that could help you out big time. It's like I feel like that's one reason why everyone's so nice, and then it just creates like a sense of community, and and it gives it that MMORPG feel. Next up, I kind of wanted to talk about the economy and gold management. Right now, I actually don't even have my epic mount. Even though I have like 16 days played, I haven't gotten my epic mount yet. Like I have 600 gold right now, so I'm getting there. But I had to spend 300 gold leveling my tailoring from 1 to 300 because I was leveling NG mining because I wanted engineering for PvP, obviously, and then mining I wanted to be able to mine my own ores so I can fund my engineering. But then I recently dropped mining for tailoring because I got the robe of Archmage patterns. I've been farming that with the rogue in Lower Blackrock Spire. And yeah, I spent 300 gold leveling my tailoring and then buying the extra essences that I didn't have because I was too lazy to farm them. But like things like managing your gold and making gold is in and of itself a game too. Like some people actually just play the game to farm gold and make money and play the auction house. Like that's like a big aspect of the game. And not only that, but because it's classic WoW and like gold got reset, everyone starts with 0 gold, right? It's kind of cool to see the economy grow. And like the market, the auction house prices change and fluctuate. It's really cool actually. Like in retail, like gold is so inflated now that you don't get this kind of feeling, right? And also like gold is actually really important and everyone needs it, and it's kind of like real life now again. But yeah, it's been cool leveling my professions. I have tailoring at 300 for my robe of Archmage, and then I have engineering for PvP. I'm not at 300 yet, but speaking of professions, engineering is like literally so good in vanilla for PvP. If you're taking PvP seriously at all, if you're trying to be competitive, you obviously want engineering. The different trinkets and items you get from it, I've never seen engineering be this in depth in any expansion before. So far, I can't really say that much about my PvP experiences because, the honor system isn't even out yet. So I haven't actually had the chance to PvP that much aside from the occasional world PvP encounter or even dueling. I don't play on like a huge server. I play on a server called Kurnax, which is a North American West Coast PvP server. I was gonna play Fairlina, which is like the big streamer server that everyone's on, but the queue times are just brutal, man. Like I'd be there right now, but I don't feel like waiting 10 hours a day just to play the game. Right now it's calmed down a little bit, but it's kind of too late. I'm already 60 on a different server. So, but yeah, on my server, everyone's really busy just trying to gear up, and everyone's busy running dungeons. Like no one's really chilling outside Orgrimmar. So, if I want to find duels, I kind of have to whisper people individually and ask if they want to duel. But the duels that I have done have been so cool, man. With engineering, there's so much depth. Like you have, for example, like Gnomish Nanomatic Projector. You got like your ranged root. You got the Gnomish Death Ray, which is like a charged up channel big burst. You got like reflectors like Gyro or Giro Freeze Ice Reflector. You got Shadow Reflector, Fire Reflector. You got there's just it's just all these different trinkets that have long cooldowns, and you just swap them every duel, or it just depending on the situation. Like little things like that. It's just so fun. I'm definitely really excited to go more in depth with PvP. Like right now, I've mostly just been PvEing, but it's been such a good time, man. I've ran like all these dungeons multiple times trying to get my pre-raid bis. I have like 11 pre-raid bis pieces already. I've been grinding hard. As for PvP though, or PvE, I think right now it's not the most exciting phase for Mage because in raids, I've done MC like twice now. And in raids, you're mostly just spamming Frostbolt. I'm just literally sitting there spamming 4 all day. So it's not the most exciting, but I heard that later phases, in like phase 4 and 5, you can actually play Fire and the rotation gets a lot more exciting. Right now, I'm kind of forced to play Frost and PvE because all the raids are Fire raids and they're like immune to fire damage. So Fire is literally useless. But I mean, I've been kind of just playing Elemental PvP build and PvE anyways. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But yeah, PvE wise, it's been fun because getting like upgrades and stuff is so satisfying. But the actual mechanics itself are not that fun. But I'm hoping that that will change in the later phases. Just being honest. But yeah, PvP's been great, man. One thing I love about mage PvP in vanilla is shatter. The reason why I love fire mages in general back then was shatter. In kata and mop, you could like freeze targets and get guaranteed crits. And that like setup based playstyle was like the reason I fell in love with PvPing on a mage in the first place. So now that we're back to classic and this talent exists again, it's been so fun and refreshing, man. So yeah, overall, I'm just enjoying classic so much. But with this comes the question, what's next? Like, once we go through all the phases and we clear all the classic content, won't everyone just get bored because there's nothing to do, right? That's like the biggest question right now. And for me personally, I would totally be down for a BC and Wrath re-release as well. I know Blizzard's already spoken that they said that it's a possibility if Classic does well that it's possible that BC and Wrath could come out. And for me, because I didn't play BC and I only played a little bit of Wrath, it'd be cool for me to be able to play some arenas with like more of the classic play style. So that for me, that's really exciting. And then not even that, but you get Dragon's Breath in TBC too, right? That's like my favorite ability. So I definitely can't complain. I love doing arenas, man. I wish arenas were still fun in the current version of WoW, because arenas is what really made me fall in love with the game. It's such a unique arenas are just so unique in general. Like there's no game like it. Like what other game has 3v3 arenas like this with like all these different keybinds, focus macros, lining up your CC and interrupts, like chaining it and coordinating with your partners. It's so fun, man, and it requires skill. It's a fast-paced game. Like I definitely miss doing arenas. It's just like the current version of the game, BFA. It's so boring, man. Like I don't want to sit there casting 4-second greater pyros. Like where's all the utility, man? Even Shadow Priest. Like where's like the fade and the spectral guises and the life grips and like all these sick outplays that you could do, or even on a fire mage, like getting a hot streak proc and popping your DPS trinket with palm and alter timing your hot streak proc with your palm. Defreezing your target, pyroblasting, alter timing back before your pyro hits so you can get both another hot streak and a heating up, chain those pyros. And like, where is the dynamic, like mechanical playstyle that used to be WoW? Like, where is it? It's just so dulled down now and I just can't enjoy it. But I still love arenas. I just wish it was fun to play again. So if BC and Wrath came out, hell yeah, I'd be down to try it 100%. So for now though, I'm just really enjoying Classic. I'm just so happy right now because there was a point in my life that I thought I'd never play WoW again, and I thought I was done for good. And I just thought I could never enjoy WoW again. And because of Classic WoW, I can actually play it and enjoy it again. And I'm just super grateful to be able to relive, or not even relive, but live this Classic experience with everybody. It's just really exciting. I'm happy the game's doing well. I hope it has longevity. If BC and Wrath doesn't come out, I'd be interested in them chaining like a whole new wave of expansions off of Classic. I know like the developers and all that's different now, so like who knows, they might not do it well, but I'd be open-minded to it. Also, people ask me if I'm going to play retail again ever, and I usually just say probably not. But if they make major changes and go in like a better direction, then I might consider it. But as it stands now, I probably won't play retail again. We'll see though. Anything's possible. But Classic WoW, no, I'll give it like a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Amazing, beautiful experience, man. It's just so pure. The game is so pure and raw, dude. And it's not perfect by any means, the balance and stuff is not the best, but it has a charm to it, and it makes me want to keep logging back in. And I'm always thinking about it. I'm like dreaming about it, reading about it. It's just I'm hooked. Blizzard, you got me by the balls, man. You got me. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I didn't ramble for too long. I tried to like organize it. I had some jot notes, but I probably ranted a little bit, which I'm sorry about, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure you come check out my stream. I am streaming WoW again on twitch.tv/Hansol. So if you want to come by and say hi, I am live like 5 days a week. So aside from that, yes, I also announced that if we reach 500 subs on Twitch, that I would be announcing Hansol 6. So if you guys know my Hansol movies, I will be releasing Hansol 6 and producing it fully once we reach 500 subs. Sorry, it's not releasing at 500 subs, but that's when I'll be officially announcing that I'll be working on it. Because if I make Hansol 6, I want to spend like 80 hours on the project. I also want to fund it so I can like hire an editor to make me a cool intro. I'm gonna edit myself, but I want some help from other people as well. So because it's such a time sink, I do need the help a little bit. We're currently at 375 subs, so we're actually getting really close to 500. People have been really supportive, but yeah, I forgot to announce that. Hansol 6, definitely a possibility, guys, in Classic WoW. So come check out the stream, and yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to see, let me know. I haven't I've been holding off on releasing YouTube content though, because I'm still in the process of learning Classic. I don't claim to know it all, you know. I'm just the regular dude playing the game. So once I figure it out and crack the code and I start owning in PvP, I'd be totally down to release some guides or montages. It's just right now I'm taking it slow and learning little by little, and yeah, you can join me on my stream. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you whenever the next video is.